Part 11. So still at the end, we prefer to travel all night. Also mentioned in the book, King William of Bismarck spent the night in Bezonville, and there are tablets there to mark the event. So Wikipedia tells me he was the first king of United Germany, and he was a Lutheran, member of the Evangelical State Church of Prussia's older provinces. Sleeping in snatches. I had trouble with this one because snatch is a word used commonly to describe a vagina and comes from the idea of a quickie. So I thought I'd look for something that was quick. And I found this. Our line penetrates the Kraberg mountain. I thought penetrates there could refer to that idea. By a tunnel 2 meters long, I did laugh, and follows winding course of Itter. Bierfelden was given as a fief by Lorsch Abbey as early as the 10th century. The oldest known written mention of Bierfelden was in 1032. The railway stations on the west side of town, the quick trains alone have through carriages. The Neckar-Tau line has a second station at Karlstor. So I wonder if the sleeping in snatches there, amongst other things, is also a refer to that idea before at the end of we prefer to travel all night, which I think is a sleeper train, but he may even be talking about like a sleeper agent. With the voices singing in our ears, saying. So I thought this could relate to a choir, the act of singing, but also a part of the cathedral, to which the book mentions. Actually, it's a combination of the book and Wikipedia. The carved images on the choir stalls, this is Cologne Cathedral, are not only of biblical parables, but also include scenes from ancient mythology and motifs from the Jewish Talmud. And it goes on to mention some panels on the north side of the choir stalls, which are described as defamatory. So a Jewish person wearing a pointed cap holds a sow in his arms, while a second Jew kneels in front of the sow and suckles at her teat, while a third feeds the animal. And obviously in Judaism, pigs are classed as unclean. However, suckling at the teat would have been associated with pagan religions and also ancient Egypt, because Newt has been to a pig like that. I'm sure Hathor has too. Circe and Demeter also associated with pigs. So I think this is goddess symbolism. I'm not saying it's not defamatory to that religion, but I think the purpose of it may have been subversive. There's another one. The Christian boy whose hand is being held by the second Jew is a reference to one of the best known legends of a ritual murder, as indicated by the later addition of the letter W for Werner and M for Mart, for Marta above the image. However, the first thing I thought of with the W and M was Cassiopeia, which would also link to the idea of the pigs, like a goddess type figure. That this was all folly. So I've talked before about a building as a folly, but also somebody thinking you're a fool. So I thought this was interested on the same theme as the pigs. Constantine's mother, Helena, didn't believe in Christianity until Pope Sylvester raised a dead bull which had been killed by a Jewish scholar called Zambri. I'll continue with belief.